Oh, a very interesting way to start.
Demonetized.
Yeah, really, right away. My goodness. Oh!
Come on, squeeze through.
So it's my butt.
And we're also going to need to use the phone for you to see the pictures of the images.
Oh, right. Perfect. So there you go. This is perfect. We're trying something
filming
new.
on cinematic.
Yeah, which means that I cannot see myself, which is a little awkward, but maybe even better. And also that we don't have a timer. So we will have absolutely no idea what the time is for this one. And yeah, so let's just do it. Why not?
Are you doing opening?
I'm doing opening. I'm doing it. You did it last week. I remember. All right. So welcome to Chit Chats, a totally unedited space where we break the cycle of what it means to be a woman together. So today's topic is exciting, a little controversial.
It's me.
And it's Stephanie. That's it. That's the topic. Stephanie. Who is she?
We are talking today about me changing my looks.
To go out.
To go out.
Yeah, your going out looks.
My going out looks and them being completely fetishized. Fetishized?
Fetishized.
Fetishized?
Yeah, I think that's...
Is that the word?
Yeah.
So I will put pictures, but this is what I used to look like. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at me, and I was like,
this is what I used to look like. No, this is what I used to look like. I definitely dressed very not me. I dressed according to what would be most easily acceptable, what other people wanted. I was raised with, grow your hair out long, no long nails, no dark nail polish colors, none of that stuff. So I didn't really live my fashion truth
self.
Yeah. And I would say in the last 2 years is kind of when that took off.
You mean when Cycle Chat started? How crazy that they have a correlation together. So weird.
But really within the last, I would say several months is when I really...
After your breakup.
Yeah. After my breakup, I really fine-tuned and went for it on how I wanted to be, how I wanted to dress, what made me feel the best, my hair, all that stuff. So it's been quite the journey to get to this point, but I have noticed that this is the most attention I've ever gotten, but I don't know that the quality of the attention is quite the same.
I have a lot to say on this matter.
Yeah. So why don't you kick it off?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
let's hear it.
Gosh, we're gonna get so much hate for this. I've thought about this. This has kept me up at night because I feel very differently than you feel on this. Yes.
Okay.
So when I was in college, I would go out, but rarely. And if I were to go out to a bar or a party, it would be maybe 10 minutes of my time, and then I would say I hate this, and I would leave. Quite honestly. But I would go out with girls who dressed a certain way to get the attention of gentlemen callers. And my one friend really had a lot of gentlemen callers in college. I mean, really, she slept around. Every night was a new guy. There we go. That's how you say it. It was very impressive. She was always very satisfied, which was great. But she spoke first with her sexuality, and then she would bring home guys like you were just kind of talking about, and it wasn't the right type of guy. So she would therefore say that she wanted one thing, but go out and do another thing, and she would get something else. So that's where my journey with this started, and I've seen what you're wearing, and I will say this now. I am not calling anybody out. Anybody is more than happy to wear whatever they would like to wear. But I have strong opinions on when women go out and dress a certain way. Gosh, literally, this has kept me up at night. I view you in a different way. So I'm assuming that men do too.
I think what's upsetting about that to me is that I feel comfortable in my body to dress that way.
Yep.
yes, visually, do I look like I might be presenting a certain platter, if you will? Sure, but upon talking to me, you start to realize very quickly that that's not what I'm about. So that's when I don't understand when guys continue to pursue that. Because I've had women that I've gone out with that they actually really appreciate the visual of it, and they don't think I'm some, big slut bag. So that's, I mean, it's all right. You don't have to say it, because I will.
Okay.
I think what's hard to stomach is that that is what makes me feel really good. I like the way that I look in certain outfits, and I know what attention I'm going to get. What I don't like is when you start talking to me, you continue to uphold that view of me, even though I'm showing you in my actions and my words that that's not what I'm interested in.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Do it.
Normally
yeah,
you
do it.
So I'm
do
looking
it.
forward to the devil ears that will be on me. Initial reactions matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree with that.
when you are presenting, it is important to present yourself in a certain way. Like, you wouldn't wear that to a business meeting.
Oh, of course.
You
not.
wouldn't wear that
And by
out
that,
grocery shopping. We're gonna show pictures.
Her and I are gonna start going through, and then you will see the pictures pop up.
Exactly.
And then you can be the judge.
I love that you feel sexy in what you're wearing, because I still am discovering what makes me feel sexy. And honestly, I don't know that I have something.
I don't know that you necessarily, the word sexy and you
don't go together. I don't.
You have a very classic, like Lucille Ball to me.
Yeah,
is to me
an idol, an icon.
She's got this like an idol, an icon. But she's got
game changer. Keep them coming. No, stop, please. No.
She's got more. I feel like you have more of a vintage beauty.
Yes.
That's not. I'm not calling you old, but like when you look
at you,
it's more of a vintage beauty. Yes. Whereas I think I'm looking more like an 80s rocker now.
As opposed definitely to, right. So I love that you're feeling sexy in those outfits, and when other women wear them, right, and they're showing their skin and they're feeling, it's great. But then my problem comes in when you say you want something and therefore are presenting the other. That's kind of what boggles my brain a little, and that's where my argument comes in. If you want a specific guy or specific relationship, then I think you somewhat have to dress for that. You can't just dress to reveal skin and not think like some rando's not going to come over to you and be like, oh, this girl's easy, because they're going to think it.
Oh, and I'm sure that guys have thought that in the past.
Every time,
and then they come to find out very quickly that that is not the case.
But then it's a tease. I don't know.
That's so unfair. That's so unfair. So
I
feel like what I'm being told is then cover up and then show off those things.
I'm not.
So this is where it's not you. Oh.
This is gonna be. The minute you were like, I want to do this for Chit Chats, my brain was like, oh God, I'm gonna get. So how do I formulate my argument?
It's a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
Because it's, and I've even said, I'm not gonna stop the way that I dress because someone else has a perceived notion of who I am because of it.
Yeah.
Like, if that is the type of attention it attracts, because, look, I know what type I like, and the track record hasn't been stellar lately, but I know that there's a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a, not prototype, there's a certain... Stereotype, thank you, is one of the types.
Yeah.
There's certain stereotypes that come with the way that I look, or the way that even the way certain guys that I like look. There's a stereotype that comes with that. But there are individuals like myself who may look that way, but don't act that way. So my thought is, eventually, once I've sifted through all of them, there will come one that is like-minded like myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because how am I supposed to dress then if I go out? But wonder if I'm uncomfortable
Okay,
in the
so,
outfit.
okay, here. I was thinking about this the other day when I was driving, and this was the point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
There are different, just like we say, success has a different meaning for everyone, same as happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sexy also means different things.
That's true.
So just because you want to dress sexy doesn't mean that you have to show your skin in a revealing way. Like, I don't need to see, I always say this to my students, right? I don't need to see your bottom butt. I don't understand these new jean shorts that girls are wearing that show the bottom of their butt.
I've worn them.
Why?
And
uncomfortable.
It's just
super uncomfortable. Why are we doing that?
For me, I mean, I don't know.
It goes right up there.
Right
I mean,
there.
that's uncomfortable. So why are we wearing that? Then why do we need to show our boobies? They're there. I'm confused at why that needs to happen. If you want to dress sexy, there are different ways that you can dress sexy, but still cover up and keep that to yourself. Does that make
I get where
sense?
you're coming from, but again, this is going to be something I think we just don't agree on.
This is going to be like makeup again.
It's like we don't agree on it, and that is okay, because again, I'm covering up for what? For who? Like, it's not like my nipples are out.
No, of course.
And again, I will go back to this time and time again. If you've watched our makeup episode, if you haven't,
another really big debate.
We'll link it below. Go watch that one because it was good. I think it comes down to the fact that we were so repressed for so long.
Yes.
And that we were told to cover up, and our bodies as women weren't celebrated. I mean, it got to a certain point where it was like, cover everything. And then it became so taboo that in order for us to take it back, we went the complete opposite way. I mean, there are other places, other countries where bodies are celebrated.
Yeah.
And to see the female figure out and about in its truest form is not taboo. Nobody even thinks twice about it. But I feel like America specifically has taken sex, sexuality, physical nature, and made it this big like hush no thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where the problem came in. I don't necessarily think that like I dress, so unbelievably, boobs out for the boys that it's distracting. Also, again, distracting who? This is my thing. If you can't keep it to yourself and you don't know how to have self-restraint, that's a you problem, not someone else's. Because no one's ever asking for it, and that's my biggest thing. It's like
that 110%.
Because you'll see videos where people are like, "This is what I was wearing."
Yes.
And it's like sweatpants. So
I get catcalled all the time when I walk the dog in pajamas. So it's just, that's the reality of what being a woman is today. You're sexualized no matter what you're wearing. It's just for me, and if I'm speaking to you, Stephanie, I see you in a certain way, right? I have Stephanie friend version.
Because I've been different versions.
Yes, you're a chameleon. We were literally just talking about this. One of my other really good friends in college is also a chameleon. She is really good at putting different versions of herself depending upon what friend group she's in.
And I've always said that is a protective measure, because that was always said to me as an insult, I felt. And then as I got older and I worked through therapy and I really did a lot of self-reflection, I started to realize that it's not that I wasn't ever being authentically myself in every setting.
Just different versions.
I was just pulling to the front certain personality traits in order to help me feel more comfortable to like be in a situation and not feel so anxious or out of place.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably the most consistent I've been in voicing my opinions and being more like, I don't back down from certain things now. So if I really feel very strongly about something, I don't chameleon to not hurt someone else's feelings. Yeah. If we're having a conversation, I disagree now. And that was something that I worked on really hard, because I used to never want to like rock the boat.
Yeah.
And so now that part doesn't exist. So that, I think there can be a positive connotation to it and a negative one. I think as long as you work out the negative kinks, being a chameleon can be a very positive
Oh,
experience.
it's a great trait.
If you use it for the
right
right
reasons.
reasons. Yeah.
It's just, so before we go into pictures, I don't know what time it is. I don't know how much time we've talked. Oh,
We're good.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So, what was I going to say? I looked and then I forgot my train of thought. It's always what happens. It's just, I don't have that chameleon trait. I am Emily through and through. I play different parts, right? Which is something that my students and I were also just talking about, is how we're acting all the time. Everybody acts.
Mhm.
I play I play student, I play professor, I play wife, I play partner, like I play different parts.
But you're still yourself.
But I'm still Emily. You're still getting me, because I really don't change that much. It's just like Steph saying, you pull different character traits up.
Right.
I don't go out. I do.
Well, that's
I don't
big,
like going out.
and
I
that's
don't like
something that-
parties. I don't like any attention on me.
We're very different in
Yes.
that now, because I used to, I don't think I've ever told you this. So prior to my big transformation into the glorious being I am now, I used to always tailor, like, I never wanted to show that side of myself to people who were more introverted.
Mhm.
That would make me nervous because I didn't want them to think like I was some crazy party animal. I love going out. I'm very extroverted. I can stay out until the sun comes up. I'm not a huge partier. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I just go out and have a good time, and that's it. But again, paired with how I look, and if I am going out, people will automatically assume I'm like a bad girl. And so I used to always kind of hide that because I thought there was something wrong with that. Now I would say that I'm more forthcoming about it. Like, I'll just tell stories of me going out to the bar, and I don't know what I was afraid you were going to be like, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, that sounds scary. It's actually kind of funny to have conversations with each other because she has such a different view of it. But I love her for that reason, because being around her helped me want to live my truth. And that's part of my truth, is that I do like going out. So I'm not going to hide that because someone else doesn't like going out and I don't want them to not like me. It doesn't make sense. I think there's a way of finding your truth. And I don't train. Wow. So,
all right, start showing me pictures.
we're going to do pictures now because I think we've blah, blah, blah enough.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Heaven help me.
Let's see what that one was. Okay. So this is an outfit that I tried on.
I think that's a great outfit.
I thought it was very pretty when I purchased
See, but
it.
that to me
Yeah.
is sexy, but
And that's the
not
back of it.
revealing. And that is the type of sexy I like. Don't give me the milk for free.
Okay.
There you go. Is that the saying?
Then we have this.
It's fine.
Too much midriff.
It's a little bit too much midriff for me. I would prefer that with high-waisted things. I don't like showing my belly. It's my least favorite part of my body.
Which is crazy because you have a great figure, so.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and then I can show you what like a normal everyday wear. This is a picture with me and a very long time good friend and
See?
listener. It's a lingerie.
You're covered. Yes, it's lace, and yes, you can see, but that's also sexy. Can you show the leather bustier thing?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the one that I have the issue with.
Which one?
That's my issue one.
Hold
The
on.
one you wore at karaoke.
This one.
Yes.
And I love this
You look
outfit.
great.
I love
However,
this outfit.
But could you put big eyes over me, like the big cartoon ones? Because every guy is gonna think one thing. That's it. And yes, of course, you're not dressing for them, but if you want to go out and look sexy, now I'm getting angry. Yes, no, bad. If you were my daughter, I wouldn't let you out of the house with that. No.
I'm also 30, so I can wear outfits
Yes.
like this.
But if you want to go out and look sexy, wear the other things. That one's for behind closed doors.
But here's the thing, I disagree. Here's why. Because when I go out wearing something like this, and I get approached, there are times within the first 5 minutes, it's honestly within the first opening sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise! It's me, Mario! I'm kidding, it's Stephanie. If you're watching the YouTube video, you know that it's me. And if you're listening, you probably also knew that it was me. But maybe I tricked some of you. Just maybe. Don't worry, I'm not giving up my day job as a podcaster to become a voiceover actor. It ain't happening. But I wanted to come on here to kind of just explain why we're having a little unconventional ending of this Chit Chats episode. To put it very plainly and bluntly, the end of the video got lost. The file got lost in the upload, and it cut off. And it is what it is. And I'm coming on here to kind of get the final word, so to speak, and let you know that the verdict is out. Emily and I are going to agree to disagree, that I should be able to bear it all and not get judgment, and she believes that you should leave a little bit to the imagination. So whether you are Team Emily or Team Stephanie, you're all welcome in the Cycle Cats universe. So on that note, you can find us at www.cyclechats.com. We are most active on all social media platforms. Well, we're on all social media platforms, but most active on Instagram. And you can follow us at Cycle Chats, all lowercase, no space. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, sign up for our newsletter. Yeah, we have a newsletter on the website. It's super awesome. We'll tell you what we're talking about the month before and what you can expect from us in the next coming month. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to let you know when we upload a new video to YouTube every other week, I believe it is now. And if you're listening on any sort of podcast streaming platform, why don't you go ahead and leave us a little review? It really helps us out, and we super appreciate it because it allows other people to know where we are, where to find us, and to grow our platform to do some good for the world. And on that note, we hope you sync up with us next time.